Hello, what is up everyone? Joel with the Detail Space here. Today we're taking a look at my 2018 Mitsubishi Outlander, and I wanted to compare a wax that I found in storage. Before, I was using this hybrid ceramic wax from Meguiar's. This, along with the Paint Protect sealant on top, lasted about 2 months. Things are getting pretty flat on the hood here. I've driven a road trip. I've driven in rain, in snow up here in Seattle, and as you can see, the panel is looking pretty flat. So I wanted to strip the panel after drying it off, took some isopropyl alcohol to it, and wanted to start fresh. This panel has already been polished a few months ago, so not really a need to do it at the moment, but I wanted to just see, what does a 16-year-old wax do in 2020? That's right, after alcoholing this hood and cleaning it completely, I put a 16-year-old Turtle Wax Platinum Series polymer synthetic blend wax on this car. This is a paste wax that came out around the year 2000. I happened to buy this around 2003. It was actually my first wax that I ever bought on my own. Now I'm comparing it to older, inferior waxes for sure, in my memory, but this was a cool product at the time, really a turning point for what Turtle Wax was offering. There you can see I'm pointing out the date there, 2003. And when we think about what this wax meant for Turtle Wax, at least for me, was it was affordable. It was under $15, it applied nicely, and it came off. So I thought, what is another good wax on the market? And that's what you just saw right there, the Mirror Bright Paste Wax from Meguiar's. Now that's a cleaner wax, so it should be a little bit more abrasive, but both of these products landed in their respective time periods around that $12 to $15 price point. And I really just wanted to see, how do they compare when you have a wax that's old enough to get its driver's license, 16 years old here. How does it compare to a wax that came out in the last couple years? So that's what today's experiment was about. After cleaning the hood, I went ahead and applied a few passes of wax on the passenger side with the Turtle Wax. Here you can see I'm giving it a half turn here with a brand new cloth. There were some contaminants in there from before. I wasn't as good in the past at trying to keep a container of paste wax as clean as possible, but here I am applying it to the passenger side of the hood. I know a lot of people that do this on YouTube, they put a line of tape down, but I really wanted the whole hood to be protected on this vehicle. I haven't had it that long, so I want to make sure that there is still protection even if I overlap a little bit between the two products. But I figure I'll give you guys an update maybe around 2 weeks or a month in and really see what the durability is on these products. After I applied this side with 2.5 times of circular motion, I went ahead and I went to the driver's side with the Meguiar's Mirror Bright. Now, the Meguiar's Mirror Bright smelled really good when I opened it. I also feel like this product, while not available in a ton of places, it really stands out on the shelf. And opening it though is kind of its Achilles heel. It kind of feels like I'm opening an old can of new finish. And it pops open kind of like a paint can, which is a little bit what you expect, but sometimes you don't always have a screwdriver on you for a detail. At least I don't, maybe you guys do. But I went ahead, took a new microfiber pad, half turn again, and went back to the panel. Again, maybe 2.5 passes. I just kind of went over it twice for good coverage, and then anywhere that I thought maybe I missed that area. So here I am, putting it on the panel, and really comparing the two. I felt the Carnauba glide with the Turtle Wax, but those polymers really made application easy with the Meguiar's. So starting with taking off the Turtle Wax, it's had a few minutes to set up and cure. I did an initial wipe, looked pretty good. Just to be sure, I did a quick wipe with the glove, and it came off clear. So as I'm wiping this off though, I'm immediately realizing that compared to maybe ice products from Turtle Wax and other Meguiar's waxes I've used recently, and even the Mother's M-Tech wax, that this does not come off as easily as some of the newer waxes. However, it left a great shine. It just took a few more passes, but it is time that you would have to spend. Moving on to the Meguiar's, I got a different cloth, went to the gray side here of this cloth, and decided to start wiping. Now, this was met with immediate smoothness. I could feel the difference in technology on this wax. The question is, will you see the difference when the water is applied, and will you actually be able to have a difference in the length of protection? Waxes have come a long ways, but just how far have they come? So just to make sure I wasn't crazy, I went ahead and I went to the other side of the car with the turtle wax because I did feel like it came off not as slick, so I turned the towel inside out, and sure enough, it was the same feeling. And now I'm moving on to the water test here. Look at the water test. You can see great beading on the driver's side with the Meguiar's. And I'm about to compare it here to the turtle wax. Let me know what you guys think. Did the turtle wax sheet the water better? Because in my opinion, the turtle wax did a very nice job here of sheeting water despite being as old as it was, with actually less beading, which is good if you think about it. Other ones have commented about this where really if a wax was just to bead water, any contaminants from what it was trying to get off, perhaps bird droppings or something, would actually be still left on the paint. While it's diluted, it would still be resting on the paint. Now here I start kind of coming at it from different sides with the water because the car is actually on an incline. The driver's side is an inch or two lower, the right side of your screen here. And so I thought, well, maybe water's sheeting from the turtle wax side and having more water build up on the Meguiar side. But that didn't seem to be the case. The turtle wax was still sheeting the water off quite well. But it had a little bit bigger beading on the passenger side of the car versus some beading on the right side of the car that was a little bit smaller. But overall, both products 16 years apart. From application, removal, and water beading test, seem pretty comparable, with the Meguiar's being easier to remove, and with the Meguiar's seeming to be more of a beading product versus the turtle wax being more of a sheeting product. The turtle wax definitely evacuated the water more quickly. Final thoughts here, the Meguiar's had a ton of polymers. You could feel it, it was slick. It was slick when you put it on, it was slick when you took it off, and it was slick afterwards. It didn't leave much residue. You could buff any remaining residue off with ease, and it was overall a very nice, pleasant product to work with, even with its smell. It smelled great. 16 years later, the turtle wax still smelled good in the packaging. It applied great, it went on and off relatively easily, and it sheets water like a modern day beast here. So like these products, if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that like button. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch the very first video from the detail space. I plan on uploading more before and after videos, detailing videos, and some comparison videos from products I have in my inventory. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Look forward to giving you another video in the very near future.